everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome back to some more Mystical Block. Haven't really done a lot of expanding here, but I've done a few things, so we'll go over what I have done and get into um, a few tips and tricks we got for getting probably through the last of the gating of the pack, and then from there it's just going to be more like a kitchen sink pack where you've got access to pretty much everything to go, and you'll be able to, determine your own path on how to progress forward from there. So I've got a chest full of goodies here. We're gonna break this open and jump right into this episode here. So I did make the Tinker's Anvil. Go over that there in a little bit because I wanted to get luck on my pickaxe for getting diamonds, because I'm going to go over that in a minute here. First things first, for building platforms and skyblocks, wands, pretty necessary. So just your standard wand things are in there. There's stone and iron at the start. You can get up to diamonds later, and then the infinity one requires another star. Once you get to that point, then you can go ham with the wands and building out platforms and whatnot. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that there. The next step in the quest book was getting up into this section for the sieves. Now, I kind of, with all the directionality and everything in here when it was grayed out, I was kind of confused a bit because it looked like you had to come in through diamond seeds and then out to the diamond sticks to get up into there. But no, you just want to go into the mining dimension and grab yourself 8 diamonds so that you can get these 4 diamond sticks. And then you can go forth and make your sieves from there after that way. So the sieves need these diamond sticks in this pack, and then to get the compressed or the heavy sieve, you do need the regular sieve to get there. So then the catch up from there is you need a bunch of strings so that you can make the meshes for them. To get the string, you're going to be doing the traditional ex nihilo infecting leaves. So you'll need this wooden crook, and then you just make a oak sapling with 4 wood essence. It's just in a square pattern, and that'll get you an oak tree like that one there. You just break a couple of leaves. It might take you 2 or 3 leaves to break before you'll get a silkworm, but you'll get a silkworm, and then you can infect 1 more leaf or 2 if you get a couple, and then it'll get the rest of the tree and get a few stacks of string pretty easily that way. So from there you'll get your string mesh. First thing I did was turn it into a flint mesh, and then I had enough iron from just doing the old grabbing iron from the mining dimension, doubling it in my smeltery to get up enough iron to go to the iron mesh. So that's where I kind of got stuck, and then I wanted to get diamonds from there. So that went into, we just pull that out and hit uses on it. In the heavy sieve there, if you need to get bone meal, you can sieve dust. And then compressed gravel was where we'll get the diamonds from. And then I also needed to get some seeds as well, because we wanted these grass seeds for making grass platforms so that I could get the cows, because I wanted to make this backpack. And then to get the grass seeds, we just had to go through some dirt. Then this will also give us all the other saplings, because you'll, as I pointed out in the other one, if you wanted to get spruce saplings or other types of dark oak saplings, etc., you needed the nature essence, but this is a much easier way to get there. And then we're probably going to need these ancient spores to get soul sand, because the section of the mod pack that starts here with the soul sand doesn't tell you how to get it, if you go this direction and get to the nether, you'll notice that the nether is actually a void world, and there's not real, well, there'll be soul sand in the fortress if you're lucky enough to have that area with that goes down the stairs that's got 2 plots of nether wart. So if you're lucky, you can get some soul sand there, but it's not a consistent source, right? So the consistent source for getting soul sand, oh, not uses, how to get, is in the barrel again, and you need witch water. To get witch water in the barrel, you have to put water on top of mycelium. To get mycelium, it doesn't show it there, I guess, but yeah, to get the mycelium, you'll need that ancient spores, and you just put that on a piece of dirt and it'll turn it into mycelium, and then you put your barrel on top of that with water and it will turn it into the witch water. Then you add dirt to that witch water and that will get you the soul sand, and then from there you can progress through that section of the book. So the next thing up is we've got our string, we got our grass seeds, then we wanted to get some cows. I didn't bookmark this one, but we needed cow bait. And it actually tells you in the mod pack here how to do that. So, oh, it does not. I thought it told us how. Make a grass plant platform to spawn in animals. And then it tells you in here, now you get the animal bait, cow bait, sheep bait, etc. Grow a tree, add some water, and bone meal the ground. I just watched a video where he didn't bone meal the ground, but I did. As you can see in here, maybe we can't see, but there is, I did bone meal it and get some grass and a couple of flowers in there, but there's also a little bit of water in there as well. And then you can only put so many down, but then I just grew a bunch of wheat and multiplied my animals inbreeding style. Backpack needs 4 leather, 4 string, and a dark oak chest, or any kind of chest. And sophisticated backpack, these things are quite amazing. I really love them. They can do lots of different things for you. But just to open this guy up, it's pretty simple, just an extra chest, and they have these upgrade slots. So you have all these different upgrades that you can do in there. Some of the notable ones, feeding upgrades, so you never have to manually eat again. Things like pickup upgrades, so that'll, when you walk over something, it'll go straight into your backpack. And then on top of that, you can have a magnet one, so you don't have to like run to catch all the drops when you're mass farming your inferium, your dirt, or what have you there. So that's a helpful thing there. And then it also goes into a trinket slot for your body. Yeah, if you shift click, it just goes there. Oh, there's a backpack slot for it right there. And there is a hotkey, but I think, yeah, it's intersecting with the new waypoint from the journey map mod, but you just have to go into your options, your keybinds, and you can reconfigure that when you want access to it there. All right, next step up is we want to get some more of, or we want to start getting some more of these higher tier seeds. To get these higher tier seeds, we need the infusion crafting. So if we look at diamond seeds there, we need this an altar and 8 pedestals. So we need the altar in the middle and then 8 pedestals around it there. Then we'll need some of these prosperity seed bases. We'll need some higher tier essence, which I went over earlier how to get there. Just some nested crafting pretty much. A couple of blocks of diamonds, which is why I went and got my luck on my iron pickaxe here. Well, the first thing I put on it was a single diamond to vastly improve the durability on it, and as well upgraded it from iron mining level to diamond mining level, which means that I could also, if I wanted to, harvest some of the higher tier ores that's in the mining dimension, like platinum. And I didn't find any other things in there. What else was I looking for? Not sure. But the other thing we could get with it would be obsidian if we wanted to as well. Another thing for when we're building out these platforms, I mentioned having the wand. Well, instead of putting down a whole bunch of grass, then tilling it, and then right-clicking it with the essence, you can actually directly craft the Imperium farmland. You just do need to have a hoe. Unfortunately, the comma works well for hoeing the land, but it doesn't work in the recipe for it. So you would need to make stone hose, iron hose, diamond hose, however you have it, if you wanted to mass farm these, and then you can just wand out your farmlands rather than going through the whole process like I just mentioned there. That's a little bit of a pain. So let's go through the infusion altar and process here. This one's actually really good because once you put down the altar part, it's going to direct you on where all the side things are supposed to go on like some mods. But then we'll get all these down here, and then when you have the recipes, they don't have to go in the exact order that you see in here. So if we're making the lapis ones, you don't have to put Imperium essence, then a regular lapis, then an Imperium, then the lapis lazuli. You just put it in any order around there and it's fine. The only thing that matters is the one that goes in the middle, which is 99.9% of the time the prosperity seed base. So I'm going to make 3 or 4 of these guys right now, and I did forget to grab this stuff because I had put it all away. I'll just do 3 for now. Oh, and I forgot to grab my diamonds and no, it's not that. I don't need the ingots. I needed the seeds, which is just wheat seeds. There we go. And then, as I mentioned before, I went and put the luck on my iron pickaxe. I was going to show you how to find it because it's the REI JEI in here isn't super helpful when finding how to do the mods or how to get some of the upgrades on your pickaxe. But if you just hover over it and push U for uses, then you can see the modifiers in here this way, and then you have to scroll because you can't search it any other way. But I just needed to use some bone meal to find corn flour, then 2 copper, 2 blocks of lapis, and then I got the luck 1. Then I'm still pretty far away from getting luckier, which is needed. What did it need that I didn't have access to here? Ender pearls. So we're going to need to find a way to get ender pearls. I think mob farm's going to be the only way to get there. And then after that, luckiest, going to need to do a rabbit bait, I think, to get a rabbit's foot. And then the name tag will be the extra super hard one to find there. Because, yeah, there's not really an easy way to do that there. So back to this. Oh, we're also going to need one other fancy thing, which is a button. We need to provide this altar with a redstone source to be able to get there. So needed 2 of these blocks. Needed 2 regular diamonds. Oh, and by the way, I got into sifting some gravel to try and get diamonds. And then I decided, oh, that's taking a while. Let me just build this auto sieve. So I built the auto sieve, and I put in a stack of gravel, and I didn't get anything out of it. Didn't find any diamonds. Eventually, I ended up filling up this hopper and half of this chest full of gravel. You can directly create gravel from the essences by mixing stone essence and dirt essence. Just look up the recipe in there. It's a diagonal recipe, and you can craft it that way rather than crafting a whole bunch of cobblestone and breaking it down with a hammer. Just a shortcut for doing that. But in all of that, I still ended up with only 5 diamonds, and I was looking to get 6, which is what actually really pushed me to make the Tinker's Anvil, which I just made with Tinker's Bronze, which is just basically copper and glass. Was super easy, was the easiest way I found to make the Tinker's Anvil. Just search up the recipe in JEI and you'll get there eventually. So we needed 2 blocks of these guys. We needed the seed there. We needed 2 of these guys. Then we needed 4 supremium. And then we just click that guy there. And we will end up with a diamond seed. Now, with the diamond seeds, we need to make supremium farmland to be able to get the extra chance to get the to get more diamond seeds. See, the secondary chance here only stays at 10 if we put it on the Imperium farmland, not Imperium. Imperium's the second tier. But we put it down there, we double our chances, then we can just, grow this. And yeah, no diamonds there, but then we can use these to craft up diamonds at the end there, and now we have diamonds automated. You just have to match up the farmland with the seed type that you're using. So whatever kind of essence that needs the seed to craft is what you want to plant it down if you want to get that secondary chance, if you want to double your secondary chance there. So let's put these guys away. We don't need that any longer. Oh yes, and to power up my auto sieve there, I did start with just the seed deconstructor, but that was nowhere near enough to make it go fast. But we do have these extra utilities rehash, so somebody's gone ahead and remade extra utilities, which was really great, because that was one mod I didn't fully appreciate before, but it is kind of neat, some of the things that you can do in it. So and I just made these solar panels because they were a lot easier than the other solar panels in the pack. But you get these redstone crystals just mining redstone in the mining dimension, so it was super easy. And then this polished stone, usually you needed the resonator to make these, but I guess in the rehash you didn't need the resonator, so that's why I went this direction. You just needed to make, take 4 regular stone, make 4 stone bricks, and 4 stone bricks gave me 4 polished stone, and 1 recipe, right, gave me 3 solar panels. I ended up making more energy pipes. These were super easy as well. And yeah, just had even this solar panel just right on top of there. It worked and transferred the power into there, no problem. If I had gotten all of the diamonds and emeralds and whatnot faster out of there, then I would have gone down the road of making the auto hammer as well, so that I could just feed cobblestone to the auto hammer and then have the auto hammer feed it down there, and we could generate, all of these resources pretty automatically, more or less, just I'd make a couple more recipes of these solar panels and we'd be off to the races on automatic resource generation. But that didn't turn out so good. Like I said, we did get enough resources to make the ones. And then, yeah, the next one I wanted to make were emeralds. So then I just needed 4 to get the emeralds, and that's the supremium level again. The lapis lazuli is only Imperium tier, so you only need to make the blue ones to get to there. And then the iron ones and the gold ones, I think they're on the tertium level. Gold might actually be an Imperium level as well, but those would be the seeds that I'm going for next. And between these 2 plots, I'm not going to do entire 8x8s of all of these resources, but we'll do, you know, a quarter of each of them for each of these different ones that I think for the resources that I think I'm going to need moving forward. All right, so jumping right along, this one's kind of a quick hits one. We're going to move over to mass production. Yes. So I've up to 2 stacks of furnaces now because I wanted to make that ortho-dimensional furnace. Just note with when you're going to make the smooth stone for your for making the furnaces, just craft your stone essence straight into stone. It just it makes it so much easier, right? Rather than making cobblestone first and then double smelting it, just craft straight into the stone. It's an extra stone essence, which saves you a whole bunch of time on the crafting of those. But then, yeah, then we just have to put 27 of these guys in, and we can smelt those to make jumbo furnaces. And then once we have 8 jumbo furnaces, we'll need an ender pearl, and then we can get the upgrade, which will then make this twice as fast. So that's the direction I'm going with that there. The next thing to go over was, before I get into getting to the nether, we're going to craft up a whole bunch of supremium and show you how to do that a little bit quicker, because there is... I'm just going to put all of this away for now because I don't need this stuff at the moment, and we'll need that in a minute. Oh, little bit of a scatterbrain this episode. Sorry, folks. Crafting stick. There's a crafting table on a stick, which is great in most packs. That way you don't, if you're on one side of your base, you don't have to come all the way back to your crafting table to be able to do that. But then I saw there's also this advanced crafting stick, which it really wasn't any much more harder than making the regular crafting stick, right? Just a couple iron and a chest. This sucker is buggy as all heck. I can't even open it right now. If I do something, no. But sometimes it will open. Still won't open. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this guy. I was also using it to store like having 8 extra inventory slots, just as a super cheap backpack, but I'm so annoyed with it at this point there. I'm just going to throw that into the garbage. But yeah, if you want to not have to always run back to your crafting table in the middle of nowhere, then definitely make that crafting table on a stick, and then you can craft while you're out and about in the world. Let's just put 57 back because we don't need that for right now. Crafting all of these up to supremium is a chore. If you've tried it already, you already know where I'm going with this, but we do have RF tools in the pack. So we've got this tier 1 crafter, super simple to make, right? A couple of crafting tables, a couple of sticks, and a machine frame. And the machine frame, nothing too hard about that either, because the blue dye you just get from lapis, and gold, iron you get from the mining dimension. So this is super easy to make. The only thing with the RF tools, as with most mods, is you just have to know how to use it, right? So we've got these slots down here where we can do inputs and also crafting recipes from as well. So we want to have this setting here to, well, when we're making recipes, so we can store recipes in the machine. So I'm going to put that guy there. And that there. And then we're going to do click the recipe. That's what we got to do first. Apply. So as soon as this machine has the required inputs, it should craft it. Automatically. Give me a second there. I'm missing something there. Oh, I see what happened. So it output my crystals into the output slot, which I didn't want to do. So the result of the crafting operation will go to the output buffer. I want to keep it to stay in the input buffer. I think that's what I missed. Been a while, and I don't know why this is not. Right, we're on ignore, which we should be. I'm going to read this and figure out what I've done wrong. All right, because I had thrown so many inferium in there, it was blocking output slots, which was what was happening there. So, but now that we've done all of that, I can change to this recipe, and we can put in one of these. Put this guy in there. I want to keep that in the internal. Then now we'll go up to the tertium. Now we've crafted all the way up there for that one. So this, and we just, rinse and repeat for all the different stages. So, oh, this is just a tier 1, so we've only got 2 slots for recipes. So then we probably want to upgrade to tier 2, which is just 2 more torches and 2 more crafting tables. And tier 3 to get even more slots. We probably want to go straight up to the tier 3 to get more of these crafting slots, but then once you've got enough there, then you'll be able to go probably all the way up even to the Insanium tier. But to get to the Insanium tier, you're going to want to make the Master Infusion Crystal just down here. So the Master Infusion Crystal just takes that Supremium Infusion Crystal plus 4 Insanium. It's a little bit of a waste because once we get here, this thing has 0 durability, or has no durability loss when you use it. So the unfortunate thing is this 4,096 uses on this Supremium Crystal, you only need to make 4 of these, right? And then you make this, and you never need this again after that. So it's a little bit of a waste just to make that guy, but that is what it is, I guess. And then once you have all of these done, you can go up the chain if you want some super fast furnaces as well. Like I mentioned earlier, I just keep going with the... Oh. Why? this is with the update. Aha. I just did the update to the new version, which added a little bit in. I didn't fully look at it to report on it, but there's an extra reward there of some essence. Give me some tertium, some supremium, so that's kind of neat there. And then once you have this supremium, then you can downcraft it, right? A lot easier than the upcrafting, but so it's worth your while to upcraft everything, and then if you need something that's a little lower tier, it's super easy to get that way. All right, it's kind of 30 minutes already, but I wanted to go over this section to getting to the nether, getting lava into the nether. These, if you've got a decent spawn in the mining dimension, you don't need these fired crucibles, but if you want to automate some lava at some point, then they're handy to have. And if you're going through these steps anyways, you may as well get there. So bone meal we can get through the obvious ways that you already know about, but if you just cook up dust, smelt dust, then you get 2 bone meal. So this is the way I went, rather than if you've been fighting lots of things and you're fighting lots of skeletons down in your mining dimension, then obviously you might not need to do this, but I've been kind of avoiding. I lit up my whole mining dimension, so I never had to worry about it. So I just made some dust and smelted it up, and we got lots that way. Oh, goes there. Then we get our porcelain. Then we just need to make the unfired crucible. Come over here. The trick with this guy here is you can put something in when this is almost finished, and it will prioritize the thing in the last slot. So a little bit of a trick there for y'all. Then if you put down the fired crucible with a heat source behind it, so if I had another block there, I could put it on top of this fireplace, put some cobblestone in it. I didn't mean to do that. And then that would turn the cobblestone into lava the same way as putting organic materials into the wooden crucible to get water that way. Actually, we did want to be in the mining dimension, because now we're going to go over getting obsidian. So say you didn't know about the trick for upgrading your iron pickaxe, you could just go into the mining dimension, and then just make sure that you're not things, because you need water over top of your barrel. And actually this setup's not going to work because I need to, oops, I lost one. That's fine. Just put our barrel there. And I need to get on top of it again. And we're going to put water over top of our barrel, and then once you put a bucket of lava in there, it will turn into obsidian. Oops. And then it's up there somewhere, but you can just do this rapid fire for as click, click. This, depending on your setup, might be even a little bit quicker than pouring the water over the lava, even if you do have the diamond level tinker's tool like I have. Okay. I wonder why it won't let me put this bucket of lava in there. Oh, because it wasn't actually a bucket of lava. Display glitch. Well, I definitely have a bucket of lava here now. Anyways, anywho, we've dragged on long enough. Quick and easy way of getting obsidian. We got 20 obsidian there, and quite a bit faster than we would have been able to get it if we were, you know, trying to mine that. Even with the Ultimine, you're probably not going to get 20 blocks there, right? You might have a big enough lava lake, but I don't. Here, mine are relatively small. Down here, like this one, I'd get what, 12, maybe 14 there. These ones, that one's a lot bigger, but the water's not going to spread out that far either, right? So that's a good trick from Ex Nihilo for getting, is it? Yeah, for getting the for getting obsidian. Then you can just make the portal. You can't make the portal in the mining dimension. I tried that. That doesn't work. But then you just take 10 obsidian, build your portal wherever, and you go to the nether, and just note that the nether is a void world, so you're going to want to take some blocks with you. Probably corner it off so that if a ghast happens to spawn, you don't get blown out of the world when going in between it, because the in this pack, for whatever reason, going back and forth, it's like it doesn't really show you. It's not clear, like semi-clear when you're going through it. It's a little bit strange, but you'll see what I mean when you get there. But yeah, after that's just going to the nether. Once you're in the nether, you could probably kill blazes if you wanted to get blaze powder, but there's also a way to get blaze powder with the sifter, so you don't, or with the sieve, so you don't actually need to go that route. And yeah, I think that was everything that I wanted to talk about in this episode. Oh, chipped. This was the other thing. So I started messing around with that mod in here. I don't play with the aesthetic mods so much, but these I wanted something different for my center things, so I went into chipped. Just made the mason's table, because the mason's table allows you to put stones in it, and yeah, neither of the stones I have in there will work on it. But if you're wondering which table you want to make, right, the mason's table, not too hard, just needed some clay, iron, and wood. There's also the carpenter's table if you wanted to do wood types, not too hard, just needed some iron and wood again. And if you want to know which tables do what, you just look at chipped and you just right click on one of these. So if you right click on the botanist, you can see you can get all the different shroomlight variations with this one. You can get the different kelp blocks if you wanted those, hay bales. So just going through the tons and tons of pages. Some of them were obvious, right? Glass blower, this is going to work on your glass types. Carpenters for wood. Loom for probably your wool, right? Yeah, wool. Masons, well, I know that's for stone. Alchemy, what could alchemy be for? Obsidian, okay. Anything else? Crying, glowstone, sea lanterns, soul sand, and mechanist. Oh, this is for redstone things. So redstone lamps, lanterns. You can get different redstone torches. Interesting. There's not a lot there, but yeah, that's the chipped mod in a pinch there. There's also the chisel, but I've done chisel lots of times. It's neat in its own way, so if you wanted those, but yeah, I kind of like the look of this. And yeah, that's it for this episode. I appreciate you all for tuning in and sticking with this little bit longer episode this time around. But yeah, appreciate you all, and we will see you in the next one.